Today we're going to talk about some Bouncers Toolbox. Sometimes you have to get somebody out of a chair. So typically what I do is I'll come and I'll sort of offer them a handshake and be like, hey man, what's up? And if they give this hand, a little trick that you do is you lock these two, like there's two fangs going over the back of the inside of his hand. Then if he tries to pull away, I've got that still locked. Okay. So from here, if I'm in here and I need to take him up out of the chair, if I have to, if he's not getting up right away, I go cross face here, push that shoulder off. See how I get this arm locked out? I'm going to go under just above the elbow, and I'm going to point his hand down towards the floor, and then from there I stand up, and he'll tell you right here. You feeling that?
Yep.
Now if there is a problem and he does sort of start to respond towards me negatively, I can take this and drop him right to the floor real quick. Okay, so once again, he's down. Now let's say he decides not to give me his hand. Okay, if I go in here, I can catch this thumb and wrist position. So I'm looking at getting the thumb and middle finger. I'm not trying to grab here because he can just yank out of that nice and easy. If I grab here, go ahead and start yanking it out. I don't even have to have a lot of strength. I'm hooked into that wrist. From there, I should be able to pick him up with a wrist lock this way, okay? And then I could switch him into other lock and carry positions, okay? Or if he's down, going back down, again, I just grab the hold of that wrist, slide down, catch it, cross face, lock it, turn the wrist, he's up, okay? This can then transfer into all kinds of additional things that we have here, which we'll be talking about. Okay, so let's start with this first one. So try it on me. Okay, so he's coming in. If he gets the handshake, he's offering the handshake, he hooks over right there. So if I try to go, he's got that hooked for the moment, okay? He's gonna cross face me, push my face across, push my shoulder away, that straightens the arm out. From there, he goes underneath my elbow. Good, grabs a hold. Now he's gonna, right from this position, this is the important part. So he's gonna point my hand down into the floor, and as he does that, he's gonna slide through to grab close to his wrist over on top. So grab your wrist right here. So you're gonna go through, grab your wrist, and now he's just gonna stand up and straighten me up. So if he just brings it, like postures up right here, he's got that lock. And if he goes right, if he gets this to that hand, okay, he can really lock me down. Good. He's being nice. Yeah. So if I'm in, now, again, if I don't give him the hand, he's coming in, gives me a handshake, and I'm like, he grabs there. So he's just grabbing right there. He can literally, see how he can bend that wrist? If he gets his palm underneath my elbow, he can pop me up in this position too, and then we can go into secondary positions, all right? So we've got this first one. He's coming in. I'm not giving you my wrist. He goes in, okay? If I try to rip away, he goes cross face, drive it, pick up the elbow, point it into the ground, good, stand me up. And as he gets this, he's gonna sort of like push off his body with that arm, and that's where that elbow gets really tight. So I'm gonna go into a secondary position. So he's down, and this is all new. So first one, I've come in, he's done nothing, I cross-faced, I brought him in, okay, sorry, I brought him up, and then from here, I'm going to let go, twist this arm over. So see how I did that? Flip the elbow into an arm bar. As this goes over, I'm gonna throw this arm over top into the crook of my elbow here. So you can see that right here. I've now got my hand in this wrap position. This elbow is gonna go into the middle of his elbow and then grab up by the traps. As I get there, I'm going up high as I can get. I'm not gonna do it really hard right now, but I wanna get as close to my wrist. He's already feeling his shoulder get tight right there. And then I use a down and upward roll. So this elbow pushes down as this rolls up towards his shoulder. Be careful if you got guys with tight shoulders, okay? So as I'm going and I apply this downward pressure, he can tell you, I got a nerve right there. He's about to kill me, okay? And I can walk him out like this. I keep him down. If I need to do something, I can let go here, pass this in, get into like any kind of locks I need to from here, even though you're not supposed to close across the throat in bouncing or security. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down again. So we're gonna make this little transitions. So it comes in, I've grabbed, cross face, locked him, lifted him. And he'll tell you, if I'm going here and I start rolling, so this rolls and this rolls, it becomes really tight right there, okay? From here, I just pick the elbow up, roll it over, pass it in, nice and easy, switch, here, boom. I've got a nerve I'm hitting right here. I just press right down in this spot to hit bone, and I pull into that, he'll tell you, okay? I've got this sort of going on his shoulder, and if we need to go upstairs, I just move his leg up the stairs. That's good, huh? Okay, so he's gonna try this on me. Good. So I'm not giving him the hand. He grabs it, that's it. Cross face, pick the elbow up. Drive this down, get to his wrist if you can, good. Very nice. Now if he can't get all the way to his wrist, now that's good, he got there, okay? This is really tight. And if he was just a motorcycle grip over that, just think of doing a motorcycle thing with this hand. Yeah, that becomes really tight. So now he lets go with this, pulls my elbow into a band, rolls it here. As he gets here, he's gonna pass it into this position. He's now got control right here. And he's gonna go over my collarbone, grab that. He'll feel like right where there's a hole there. Oh yeah, he's getting me back, okay? His elbow goes on the triangle of my elbow. So put your elbow right there, good. Okay, now if you push down with your elbow onto my elbow, yeah, very nice. That's a shoulder pain. If he tightens this, there's the pain right there, okay? If he then needs to go from here, he can pull this arm out, take it away, and then pull me up and go into choking positions if necessary. Or he can take me down, okay? So let's try that again. It's not really hard, and these are really effective. My guys, well, you could see the past videos on our Bouncers Toolbox, and they used it 3-4 times a night. All right, so we're in here. He's going in, getting used to taking it out of the chair, good. Scoop, point the hand into the ground, very nice, good. I start to do something, he can push that elbow towards my face, and that will turn me away. So if he pushes it towards my ear, that turns it away, that allows this to go in nicely. And if he started walking me towards the door or that type of stuff, he's got that. There's a nice control right there. See, I'm not in balance. He's barely putting any pressure. And if he wanted to, he could really mess me up. And put this hand on top of this wrist. Yeah, oh, there we go. There's the forced yoga. That's it right there. One more time. So I love this one, and I'll do it again once here, but let's have him try it again. This time he gives a handshake. I go in, he gets that lock, okay? I try to pull back, he cross faces, boom, goes into the lock. Now this one's even, yeah, he's got a nice stretch. Look at that right there. So I'm really feeling that. He pulls that out, flips my elbow up into the air, okay? And then he's just, as he's here, throws it over. Elbow goes on top of my elbow. Your elbow goes on top of my elbow. This one. That's it. Grab into the trap right there, and then put your other hand on top as close to your wrist as possible. Very nice. And if he keeps this shoulder lower, he can just keep me going. And this is, if he's not even squeezing on this, and I'm feeling extreme tightness in my collarbone. This can blow a collarbone out real quick, so be careful on this one. All right, so if he's down, and I'm talking about this, as I go in, it should be, once you go, boom, it should be nice and easy to go into motion, keep him walking, and you can walk him right out, okay? And again, drop this when you're practicing, and if this is going up higher, he'll tell you, the higher I get, the more that he's gonna feel that. I'm just working down here, but if I go here and then add that compression, a whole bunch of stuff that can happen there. I go cross face here, push that shoulder off. See how I get this arm locked out? I'm gonna go under just above the elbow, and I'm gonna point his hand down towards the floor, and then from there, I stand up, and he'll tell you right here. You feeling that? Yep.